Microsoft just did something no one saw coming. They brought back Clippy, but this time it's alive. Meet Mico, an emotional AI assistant that listens, remembers, and reacts, almost like it feels. This isn't the talking paperclip from 1998. This is Mico, the face, or rather the orb, of a new era in human-machine relationships. But here's the twist. While Microsoft builds AIs that remember your voice and mood, Google is teaching AIs to learn in minutes. And Meta is letting you chat with code documentation. It's a full-blown AI war, and it's getting emotional. So let's start watching the return of Clippy, Microsoft's Mico Awakens. Almost 30 years ago, Clippy blinked onto our screens, that awkward little paperclip, trying to help us write letters we didn't ask for. Most of us remember it as annoying, even creepy. But Microsoft's new creation, Mico, short for Microsoft Copilot, flips the nostalgia on its head. Instead of a cartoon mascot, Mico is a glowing AI orb that lives inside Copilot's voice mode. It reacts when you talk. It smiles, frowns, blinks, even tilts its head when your tone changes. It's not just cute animation. Behind that little movement lies something powerful: emotional AI recognition. Mico doesn't just hear you, it feels your mood. And here's where it gets wild. Microsoft has turned Mico on by default in the United States. That means millions of people are about to start having actual conversations with their computers. Vice President of Product and Growth, Jacob Andre, said it best. Clippy walked so that we could run. He wasn't kidding. Mico uses Copilot's memory system to recall what you said before. Conversations, preferences, even the projects you're working on. That means when you ask it something tomorrow, it remembers the context from yesterday. We've officially entered the era of persistent AI memory. An assistant that never forgets, not because it's creepy, but because it wants to help. Learn, live. Mico as a Socratic teacher. But Microsoft didn't stop there. Mico has something called Learn Live mode, a Socratic-style tutor that walks you through complex concepts step by step. It doesn't just give you answers, it teaches you how to find them. Ask it about Newton's laws, and it draws visual whiteboards. Practice a new language? It corrects your tone and accent in real time. For students, this is a dream. For teachers, it's competition. And for the rest of us, it's a glimpse of what education will look like when your tutor lives in your laptop. Microsoft's AI chief, Mustafa Suleyman, says he wants Copilot to have a real identity. It will have a room it lives in, he said, and it will age. Think about that. An AI that ages, that grows with you, that remembers your journey. Creepy? Maybe. Revolutionary? Absolutely. Their new ad campaign calls Windows 11 the computer you can talk to. It's the comeback Cortana never got. But here's the real challenge, convincing people that talking to a computer isn't weird anymore, because for most of us, it still is. The Easter egg and the ghost of Clippy. Microsoft knows nostalgia is powerful, and they've hidden it inside Mico. If you poke the orb rapidly, something happens. They won't say what, but early testers report Clippy-like surprises. It's Microsoft's way of saying the ghost of Clippy lives on. Except now, it doesn't just offer tips. It listens, adapts, and even cares. But while Microsoft plays with emotions over in California, Google's not interested in smiles or frowns. They're chasing raw computational power, and their new system, Flame, is setting the AI world on fire. Google Flame. AI that learns in minutes. Here's the problem Google wanted to solve. AI detectors like Owl v IT2 can recognize cats, cars, or cups just fine, but they choke on aerial photos, angled images, or weird objects like chimneys versus storage tanks. Usually, fixing that means retraining a model on huge data sets, a process that eats hours of GPU time. Google's answer? Flame. Flame can train an AI on a specific task in minutes using nothing more than a regular CPU. It's a clever trick. You feed a few dozen labeled examples, about 30 to be exact, and Flame builds a small helper model that fine-tunes your existing system without changing its core. In plain English, Flame makes your AI smarter locally without burning through your GPU budget. The results? Mind-blowing. On the Dota Aerial benchmark, performance jumped from 31.82% to 53.96% accuracy, nearly doubling precision with almost zero extra data. Even on massive datasets like DIR with over 23,000 images, Flame hit over 53% accuracy, running entirely on a CPU. That's a revolution hiding in plain sight. Instead of building bigger models, Google's making smarter add-ons, tiny modules that turn a generalist AI into a hyper-specialist. It's modular intelligence, and it's fast, efficient, and shockingly effective. But while Flame was quietly rewriting the rules of machine learning, another Google team was doing something that sounds like science fiction. They made a quantum chip that just outperformed the world's fastest supercomputer. Willow, the quantum leap. It's called Willow, and it might be the most important chip Google has ever built. With 105 qubits, this processor ran an algorithm called quantum echo, a physics simulation that models how atoms behave in magnetic fields. The result? It finished the job 13,000 times faster than the best classical supercomputer. Let that sink in. 13,000 times. And no, that's not marketing spin. It's verified. The test? Simulated nuclear magnetic resonance, the same science behind MRI machines. For decades, classical computers struggled with these simulations because they require tracking billions of atomic spin interactions. Willow cracked it cleanly, deterministically, and without noise. That's rare in quantum computing, where results are usually probabilistic guesses. But this time, Google confirmed the outcome by comparing it to real molecular data. It's the first time a quantum chip delivered usable, repeatable scientific results. In other words, quantum computing finally did something practical. Google calls this milestone 2, the halfway point to fully error-corrected quantum machines. Next up, a long-lived logical qubit, the holy grail of quantum science. For years, people have said practical quantum computing is just a few years away. This might be the first time that's actually true. Meta's quiet revolution. AI in documentation. While Google was making history and Microsoft was giving AI feelings, Meta was busy doing what Meta does best, upgrading the invisible infrastructure of the internet. They released Docusaurus 3.9, the open-source site generator behind countless documentation portals. The headline feature? A built-in AI search assistant. Instead of typing keywords like API key or config path, you can now chat with your documentation. Literally. It's powered by Algolia's new Doc Search 4 with an Ask AI feature that responds in natural language, referencing pages from your site. The AI morality divide. Microsoft draws a line. But the real drama this week didn't come from code. It came from ethics. Microsoft's AI chief, Mustafa Suleyman, took the stage at the Paley International Council Summit and dropped a bombshell. We will not create chatbots capable of generating erotic or romantic content. It's very dangerous. That might sound like corporate PR, but it's actually a warning shot. Because both OpenAI and Elon Musk's xAI are going in the opposite direction. Musk's chatbot, Grok, already includes flirty companion modes. Sam Altman confirmed that ChatGPT will soon allow adult content generation for verified users. Suleyman says Microsoft won't touch it. That's not a service we're going to provide. Other companies will build that. This signals something huge. Microsoft and OpenAI are drifting apart. Despite Microsoft's $13 billion investment, OpenAI just signed a $300 billion compute deal with Oracle, one of Microsoft's biggest rivals. Meanwhile, Microsoft's doubling down on human-centered AI, systems like Mico that feel emotional but stay professional. Suleyman's stance isn't just moral, it's strategic. He warns that romantic AIs blur regulatory lines and normalize risky behaviors. And he's not alone. Billionaire Mark Cuban tweeted, "This is going to backfire hard." He believes parents will abandon ChatGPT if their kids can bypass age verification. Altman fired back, saying OpenAI isn't the elected moral police of the world. He argues adults should have freedom of choice. But beneath the headlines lies a deeper question. Should AI mimic human intimacy, or should it remain a tool? Georgetown researcher Jessica G. says OpenAI's trapped between market demand and moral duty, serving user freedom while proving to investors it's benefiting humanity. It's a philosophical clash shaping the entire AI landscape. So here we are, three tech giants, three very different visions of the future. But maybe the real story isn't about technology at all, and maybe it's about trust. Should AI have emotions? Should it remember us? Should it age? So what do you think? Is emotional AI the next leap forward, or the first step into something we can't control? Drop your thoughts below. And if this story intrigued you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of AI and software. And as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.